I would like to say a few words regarding precautions. What precautions? Such a pandemic conditions now. We are suffering a lot because of COVID-19. We know that all. So, I'm requesting you people as an Indian citizen, we have to take some responsibility. Am I correct or not? So that is why use mask, take social distance and should not go outside unnecessarily. See, as a part of rain and rivers, today we are going to discuss about rivers. So after rainfall, the water disperses in diverse ways. Some water is percolate into the soil and some water flows on the surface of the land. Surface on the land is nothing but rivers, and rest of the water is evaporate and mixed into the air, which is now called as humidity. Right. So like this, water is dispersed in different manner. Today we are discussing, now we are discussing about flows on the surface on the land. Rainwater which is flows on the surface of the land. It is called as rivers. We are discussing today's topic, rivers. Right. So these rivers are flowing on the mountains as a streams, and after some times it dries up. When it rains again these streams are flow. Okay, so in that way the streams are forming by the rivers. Streams as well as valleys are formed by the rivers. Right. Transformation. These streams transformed as a big or broad rivers. How? Actually, the river is first a small stream. It is moving as small stream, but when it is in its travel, it becomes very broader and bigger. How is it possible? So it is adding this river. This stream is adding with the many streams like this. Many streams and make with the broader or bigger river. Right. These streams are called as small streams which are joining with the main river called as tributary. Right. So the river which is going to merge with the ocean, it again divide into the small streams and submerge with the ocean or mingle with the ocean. So before joining into the sea, it divided into pieces and forming a triangular shape of the land. This triangular shape of the land formed is called as delta. This delta is very much fertile and suitable for all kinds of agriculture products. That is what agriculture. And here in Andhra, river Krishna, Godavari, Penna are important rivers of Andhra Pradesh. So here you can see this is map, Andhra Pradesh map and rivers of Andhra Pradesh. River Godavari, Krishna and Penna. Here you can see Nagavali river and Vamshadhara river we can see. So here importantly river Godavari and Krishna are origin from western Ghats which are gaining more rainfall or heavy rainfall. This rainfall is percolate into the soil and that water is mingled with the rivers, these two rivers. So that's why these two rivers are flowing continuously throughout the year. Next, some rivers which are flowing on the dry areas like Penna river. So these kind of rivers are dry up in a winter season. And here if you see, this Penna river is coming or flowing on the dry lands. So here you can observe, this is Nellore and here Anantapuram districts. And remaining Swarnamukhi, Papagni and etc. rivers are the tributaries of river Penna. And DSC focus on the point of, DSC point of view, here important rivers are river Krishna and Godavari. The tributaries of these two rivers are very important. So please note it down. The tributaries of river Krishna: Ghataprabha, Malaprabha, Bhima, Tungabhadra, Musi. These rivers, Godavari river and its tributaries are flowing through Maharashtra, Karnataka, Telangana and AP. Next, tributaries of river Godavari: Purna, Pranahita, Indravati, Shabari is left side of river Godavari and right side of river Godavari is Pravana, Manzira and Mannar. These are from right side. And usually Penna river consists of Sarnonki, Papagni, Chevella, Chitravati, rivers of tributaries of Penna river. So this is about the rivers of Andhra Pradesh. And here, when the rivers are flowing through, when make these tributaries with a broader or big river, this river cannot move forward so long. No longer it can move because these rivers are taking along with this flow sand and silt. Especially at the time of sea areas or before submerging into the Bay of Bengal, these rivers are not moving so forward, so that it form plains which are called as coastal plains. Right. So here some areas, these plains are, if we observe, no plants will be there. So which is called as a seabed. Which is called as plains, river plains. See why there is no plants? Because when it filled with the flood water, then complete that area is washed out by the flood water. So that's why there is absence of trees in a flood plains. I will show you how it is. Just observe this picture. Are you observing? This is flood plain. Middle, a blue color showing main stream. This is main stream, and surrounding this plain area is filled with pebbles and sand and silt, which is called as flood plains, and this is bank, river bank. But at the time of flood water, at the time of rivers, these plains are completely filled with the water, rain water. So flood water is completely filled up. Then what happened? This area is completely washed out with the flood water. Understand? So here, because of floods, there is big problem or damage to the coastal areas people, and they lost their livelihood. And here, the flood is damaging two ways. Then how can we prevent this? How can we protect our land and even crops? So by doing vegetation. Vegetation is nothing but planting, growing plants, grass and big trees. So these plants can control the flood water, can control the force of the flood water. If we plant surrounding of the area, surrounding of river area or crop area, so this plant can control, can prevent the fastness of the water, flood water. That is one important thing of vegetation. And how can we prevent by vegetation? We can prevent by vegetation, that is, when flow of flood water is moving, along with this plants, the soil, top layer of the soil also washed out. If we vegetate that area, we started vegetation in that area so that we can protect our soils. Because we can control the top of the layer of the soil by vegetation. So that is why here we can see the importance of forest or importance of the plants or vegetation. By vegetation we can control the speed of the water or flow of the flood water, and second thing is we can protect our soils. Right. So this we can do by taking vegetation. And this is the major problem of our India. Floods. Every time we get floods. So here in South India, especially Andhra Pradesh, Krishna and Godavari, especially river Krishna, we get every year floods. So that the coastal area people or flooding area people are suffering a lot. Next, not only here, many rivers are there, like river Ganga and Brahmaputra. These rivers also every day they are getting floods to the northeast states of India. But here if we observe, South Indians are more problematic areas. These, as in Andhra Pradesh, consist of 972 kilometers of coastal area. So here we are suffering by floods and cyclonic effect also. How can we suffer? See here, floods generally, when we get floods because of heavy rainfall, when the rivers are filled up with the flood water, we get floods. Am I correct or not? So that effect is going on. And the second thing, cyclonic effects. So cyclones are happening in the Bay of Bengal in the month of October to December, when the return monsoon started. Return monsoon started in India. So here the cyclonic effects are more in Bay of Bengal. These effects are damaging the coastal areas of Andhra Pradesh. Not only Andhra Pradesh, even in Chennai and here West Bengal and West Bengal, even Bangladesh also. More effect of the cyclones. So very bad cyclone effect in India is 1977 in the month of December. Very bad hit of cyclone effect to the Andhra Pradesh. So here 9,941 people were died. And more than 100 people lost their houses. And one more bad thing is in one building which consists of 100 people, the building was collapsed. So 100 people were died. So it was happened in Divisima in Andhra Pradesh. Next, one more thing is Hudud 2014, because of Hudud cyclone. Hudud cyclone, much damage over there to the coastal region. So it is happening every time, not only one time, every time it is happening. Cyclones and flood effects are natural disasters, so which we are not in our hands. But how can we escape from these disasters? When we organized, when our government along with the help of people organized, well organized or prepared for these hits, then only we can escape from this kind of problems. So especially the coastal area people are very much what we can say, suffered a lot because of these floods as well as cyclones. Because the fisher folks and common people is small, those who are poor people, those who are living in coastal areas, and small farmers, those who are cultivating in plains, coastal plains. These kind of people are suffering a lot at the time of cyclones as well as flood effect. And here we can say that the poor people are suffering a lot because of this cyclones and floods. And rich people, they can live out of this coastal area because they may engage with some other professions. So they may live in towns and cities. There is no problem for them. But here the poor people are affected very badly by these natural calamities. And here, how can we skip from these problems? So, when we know clearly the problems, there is a possibility we can skip that. When clearly get this information by someone, where we can easily out from this, we can easily skip this problem. Am I correct or not? So that's why our government is coming forward and they form a system by the government to announce clearly, and they predict clearly the cyclonic effects as well as the flood effects, and they are intimating to the people so that they can manage, they can do some arrangement to skip these problems or to resist this problem. They can manage by themselves, right? So here in our textbook they given how we can know clearly prior disasters or prior cyclonic effect, at the time of cyclones and after the cyclonic effect, how the people are managing. Right. So 3 conditions they given in our textbooks. Let us discuss regarding that. First, so prior cyclonic effects. How the people have to arrange all the important things. So first thing, they have to get the updates of cyclone effects. They have to watch TV or radio continuously to get the information of cyclone effect. And second thing is, they have to arrange all the important documents or tablets or whatever important phone numbers in a vacuum covers or waterproof covers, and whenever necessary they can go outside. Suppose their house is not safe place, if they think they can vacate their home and in a safe place they can stay there. Suppose their house is safe for them, then every window and doors and windows must be closed, and especially toilets must be filled with the sand bags, so that they can control the sewage of water, sewage back water they can control. Otherwise these toilets may fill with the water. Next, they have to aware of doors. Pakka houses, they have to observe their house, whether their house is very strong or not. See, some houses are looking very strong, but sometimes it may be collapsed suddenly because of the cyclonic effect. Because intention of heat increasing the effect of cyclones, the power of cyclones, because the cyclones all around the movements we can't expect, we can't predict the fastness or speed of or damaging of the cyclone, we can't predict. So that's why we have to better vacate the area. One example I can say, just now I said that in Divisima 100 people stayed in one big building, but suddenly that building was collapsed in Bapatla. Who can imagine that? We can't imagine. So that's why we have to take all these arrangements in a before flood time, before floods. Okay. Next, so whenever they give the call as all clear, when they sound that all clear officially, then we have to come out. We must take some time and observe surrounding of area, then only we have to come out. Otherwise we should not come out as our wish. So sometimes these waves are suddenly calm down, but sometimes they may increase very fastly. So that we have to aware of these movements. So that is prior precautions we have to take to skip from cyclonic effect. Next, at the time of cyclones, what we have to do? We just you think that we just arrested by the cyclones, or we are in the cyclone. What we have to do? So wherever we are live, we have to take care of our surroundings. The water have to boil. Drinking water must be boiled. If any food, if you take any food, suppose it is wet with the flood water, you should not take that kind of food. Next, medicines are very important to take. Whenever we suffer with floods or fever something, we have to take medicines very fast. Next, and whatever food we are taking, it must be very fresh and hot. These kind of precautions we have to take at the time of floods. And next, and we need to evacuate? Yes, of course. Tablets and important documents and electronic goods must be kept on the table or bed. We have to switch off on all electricity switches. So these precautions we have to take, so that we can skip somehow this cyclonic effect. And afterwards, what government is there to help the people. So with the help of government, the small people or poor people can skip their financial problems also. Hoping this understand this topic. If you have any doubt, you can comment in comment box. Like my video, please share my video and subscribe for new videos. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.